Okay, so this is my portfolio, and here I have our just class schedule and everything, and then here are my tabs of everything, if you could see that. So starting out with my bell work, honestly, I have to say that my favorite two are actually the ones that we recently did. So it was April 26th, talking about our philosophy. I think that's something that's just very important to have as a teacher, and I think that it plays a very major role in what you do as a teacher. And then the last one was actually the last one that we just did about child abuse. And I think it is very important as a teacher to know what you can and what you are supposed to do whenever a child says that they're being abused, or whenever you see signs of abuse. And then I'll also just walk through so you can see that I have every single one. And then there's those. And then for my field experience tab, I have just my sign-up sheets for whenever we were able to do that, the guidelines and grading, and then here are my responses and everything. As you can tell, I really enjoyed this day. I wrote an entire page about it, and that was that. For a research presentation, which is the next tab, I just have the packet that we had turned into you of our lesson plan, and then I have just the first sheet that you had given us about the entire thing that includes the grades and everything. And then for my teacher toolkit, I have just a couple things that were hole punch that I could put into this section, which were just from a lot of the presentations, but this is something that I would like to include in one of my, I could see including in my classroom, mainly because I like the format of this page. I think it's really nice for note taking, and it was very easy to stay organized. And then back here, I have more things that I would put in my teacher toolkit, like the history of education that we did, our choice boards, the educational philosophy survey. That's multiple pages in here. Another thing that I liked to use was the welcome sheet that we had to make when we were in class. I really enjoyed the way that this came out, and so that's something that I think I would use. And then this is another choice board that we had done before. I also have our Bloom's taxonomy, which I think is a great thing, and I think that could easily be put up as a bulletin board in a room, and I think that would be something really cool for the students to enjoy as well. And then yeah, just the sign for our choice board. And then for my field experience, something that was my favorite, my least favorite, I would definitely say that one of my favorite things was when I went to Commonwealth, and that's what kind of this entire thing talks about. Sorry, the pen is such a bright color. But I was there for half of the day that day, and I was able to start out in a kindergarten classroom and really just spend a lot of time there and be with the kids. And the teacher there was super laid back, but at the same time had a great classroom management and was really just an awesome teacher. And then after that, I went into a GT classroom, and it was for second grade or first grade, I can't quite remember. And seriously, first grade class, I wrote it over here. Those kids were the smartest kids I think I've ever met in my entire life, and I can't imagine having a first grader that is writing a 10-page paper and creating a PowerPoint on the life cycle of ants. And so that was honestly just a really crazy thing to see. Honestly, my least favorite thing about field experience was that I wasn't able to keep doing it. I can't really say that there was anything that I didn't like. I honestly enjoyed every single bit of it, and it was really just the best experience possible, and I really loved it. And next time I do field experience, which hopefully will be next year, I hope that I can really just spend a lot more time in a classroom. I think I've noticed that doing 1-hour days versus like 3 or 4 hour days really makes a difference with how you connect with the students, and also just how you're able to make an impact on them and kind of be able to become more in that teacher position. And so, yeah, I think that's all we had to talk about, and that is my portfolio.